What's up, guys? It's Alpine, my dude, and I'm sorry if I sound a little tired. It's really late. I've been editing this video all night. But today we have a podcast that I did with a fellow streamer, Sockquota, and a guest, Newt's Gaming. I just wanted to explain a couple things before we get to the video. First, the stream was very sudden. Me and Sockquota had the idea to do a podcast like interview stream, and we've been planning on doing it, and we just decided to just do it with Newts while we had him around. So this is a very unprepared stream, um, and there's going to be very few edits made, I think, to this video by the end product. I just wanted to explain a couple things. The first being, for the first half of the stream, I am streaming a YouTube video of like a 4K like drive around London. If you liked that video, there will be a link to it in the description. Won't be doing that again. That was just a hassle. While Luca, or my bad, Sockquota, played Euro Truck Simulator 2, which we switched to a Discord screen share later on. This was all done live and on stream, so you'll hear a lot of talks about streaming and a lot of talks to the general audience and things like that. And yeah, that's just about it. So I hope you enjoy this very hastily made podcast, and I hope you can look forward to more, hopefully more well-made podcasts in the future. All right, that's it. Enjoy the video. Well, hello to anybody that is tuning in to the beginning of this lovely stream. This is the first episode of Road Trip Radio, where on my stream, I'm in just chatting, and we are watching a 50-minute video, just driving around London. And Sockquota is playing Euro Truck Simulator 2 and taking on a bunch of random jobs. And as we're driving around, we will be talking to Newt's Gaming.
Hello.
And there's not much else planned other than that, so just sit back, relax, grab yourself a cup of tea or something, and enjoy the sounds of our sultry voices as we talk about random things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, huh.
That was a good one. We should write that down for next time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Really should.
Alright. Let me see what I'm transporting this fine evening.
I'm gonna stop that yours real quick. See what you have transporting.
I got tractors. Yeah, it's just farm tractors and farm equipment.
Okay, alright.
Alright.
Good old farm equipment.
Alright, let's get the car started.
So,
I'm going.
what will be our first... I think our first conversation topic should probably be a little bit about who we all are, you know, and things like that, just to sort of build up the first little episode of this thing. So, Sockquota, this was your original idea. Would you like to go first?
You know, nah.
All right. Well, you're crackling a bit, so you can take a second to fix your mic.
I'm crackling. Oh, I just got on the road.
I mean, he is not lying, by the way.
I'll go first then. I'm Alpal, my dude. We're Alan, and I'm a brand new baby Twitch streamer. I started last week, and I stream anything and everything. This is my first time doing a stream like this, where I'm just sitting down and talking to people. But typically, I'll be playing random, I'd say RPG games, such as I'm planning on playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla and a modded Skyrim in the future. I just got done playing Everhood, and I also play big multiplayer games like Among Us and Jackbox with a fine group of people that these two are also included in. But that's my whole gig. I just like to hear myself talk while playing video games, and also I've always wanted to do a podcast. That's it.
Is it my turn to take over?
Your mic is still fucking cracking, bro.
Bro.
He's on the road.
Alright, here, I'll pull over. I'll pull put my hat on.
This is a very professionally made,
Yeah,
or
like,
professional
on.
pilot episode here.
Alright, hold on. Oh god, I don't know how to fix this one with my stream, because like it breaks my mic when I try and fix it.
That's not good.
Here, give me a second.
All right. While Sockquota is fixing his technical difficulties, I should
is it
probably
still crackling?
yeah. I should probably mention, Sockquota and I are the hosts of this journey. Although it's obvious that we're very prepared for it, and it wasn't a spur of the moment decision to do this tonight. But this was Sockquota's idea originally, and I liked the idea a lot, so we both started talking about a way to flesh it out a little more and make it a sort of a dual thing, like a dual host. So while he's fixing his microphone, why don't we have our guest introduce himself today?
Well, I'm trying to. Is my mic? Is it fixed?
Yes,
Oh,
your mic's
yeah,
set.
there you go. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Sorry.
Just had to fix your car.
He had to fix his car, his mic.
I'm still. Okay. Wait for
Whenever
this
you're
guy to
ready,
pass.
go ahead and take it away.
Oh, gotta disengage the parking brake. All right, getting back on the road. A little bumpy. All right, we're golden.
All right. Are you ready for your introduction?
Oh, do I still have to do that? I thought
Yes,
I
you
missed that
do.
class.
Nah.
Oh,
Attendance is
hoping the
being taken and your name's on the roll, sir.
I was hoping my teacher forgot that I was doing that today. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't really know what I do yet. I just play, like, stuff. I don't know. I like this game because I get to just relax and drive around Europe. I get to pretend I'm British for a little bit, the ideal life. You know.
I can tell
I'm-
you're on the left side of the road, sir.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm driving on the passenger seat side on the left side of the road. Nothing better. My truck is only going 40 miles an hour.
They're also
Nothing.
half on gas.
Yeah, well, I spawn like that. It's just a nice little challenge they put in for me to see if I can make it without needing to refill.
If you don't, you just gotta push it.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't, I gotta get towed.
All right.
But,
So Sockquota drives trucks.
I drive trucks. That's it so far, honestly. Drive trucks, play Amogus.
Among Us.
Okay, so that leaves us with Newts. Who are you? Why are you here? What do you do?
Asking so many questions. I don't know why I'm here. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna back out of the car real quick before I laugh. But hello, I am Newts. I have been, I want to say, a streamer for 5 years, and I do a lot of variety from some shooters such as Wolfenstein and Doom to more calm, relaxing games such as Stardew or Minecraft. And recently, I have been taking the role, or kind of taking a role of working behind the scenes of Achievement Hunter.
Mm-hmm. And
Mr. Alpal invited me here today.
and how just to keep things a little interesting, although I know me and Luca or Sockquota already know about this, but how did you get to start working with Achievement Hunter? What's the story of that?
So the way we I said we, I forgot the other person's not here. The way I started working was through a Extra Life charity event that Jack Batillo was a part of, and that ended probably 4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And about after that, he tagged about 4 of us and said that he had a little project. He didn't tell us what it was for, and about, God, how long ago was it when it started? About 7 hours ago, he told us that we would be live with the original Achievement Hunter crew.
All right. And it just went like that.
Yeah.
That's honestly crazy.
But like that, I can't really explain what happened since this is probably going to come out before the actual video.
All right.
So I can't really say what was done or what it really was.
Yeah. That's understandable. I mean, you got to keep people in suspense somehow.
Oh God. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
picking up speed.
Well, uh, I think the way we should probably do this is honestly just kind of bouncing random questions off of not just nudes but each other, just to get a conversation going, not just talking about everything about Newts, but just having a conversation. Although Newts is our guest.
I'm sorry. I'm just watching. I'm watching Sockquota, and it's probably the funniest thing I've seen. It's
It
hard
was.
to keep it.
The car was in my blind spot. How was I supposed to know?
Did you hit the car? Because I didn't see that.
Yeah, I slammed into him because I was trying to pull over to the gas station.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna stop watching before I end up on the floor. Actually, I'm gonna keep watching.
That's the whole point. I'm awful at this game. Oh Jesus Christ!
You're about to come collision with the truck.
Why are they all in the left lane? Let me out!
Okay. So back to what Al was saying.
Oh fuck.
You
I
were
got
talking
that wrong.
about bouncing questions off of one another. I think you were gonna say something else.
Give me 1 second. I'm having a bit of an issue on my end, but I'm
Oh, you're
fixing
all
it.
good.
All right, that is good.
It's the first episode. There'll be some technical.
There's gonna be a lot of fucking difficulties, but no, I didn't really have
Zero.
anything else to build off of after that. It was just like a sort of let's just shoot the shit, I guess. Like I don't know. The achievement hunter thing is interesting. I don't know how to build off of it because you can't really talk too much about it because
Yeah,
you know this shit is something that just
like
happened.
I can talk about like some like obviously I can't go into what happened, but like there's certain things that can be said. Like I'm trying to think without accidentally saying something I'm not. Because I mean, this is probably gonna come out what, like a day or two after, and I think the video's coming out 3 days to a week from today. So
The achievement hunter video.
Yeah, it depends on how long they're editing it down to, because we were told they're cutting it. So it's a lot of it. Like the first, well, I could say this because this ain't gonna be in it. Like the first 10 minutes was all of us trying to figure out how to get it to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we like there, like obviously it was stuff. There is stuff we can talk about in there, like how what the mini game is. But I'm not gonna go into like who won or like it's so and so die because obviously
Yeah.
that's something you're gonna have to find out.
I
Because I
know.
don't actually remember.
I know we talked about a couple things before the stream, but I know probably a lot of that is stuff that we cannot talk about. But what we can talk about, how does it feel being able to work with Achievement Hunter? Because I know that these people are some of your biggest idols and inspirations behind why you started streaming. How does it feel to finally have that opportunity to work with these idols? Like, how do you feel about everything?
It to me it feels like a dream because, like you said, I've looked up to a lot of them for about 12 years, and from the start of streaming to even starting Extra Life, my goal was I want to meet one of them, or I would like to work as some sort of animator, and just getting like the text saying, "Hey, do you want to make a Let's Play and be a part of our community and build stuff for us?"
Yeah.
Like it's like a dream come true. It's just you never like, and with streaming, you never know what's gonna happen. Stuff
Yeah,
like
exactly,
this could happen down the line, or sadly nothing will happen. But I mean, if you give up, this won't happen.
It's just like a sort of thing where you've been working at this for a fairly long time. You've been streaming for a good couple of years, and this is an example to so, like, I mean, of course you're not like worldwide famous or
Oh yeah,
anything
I'm
like
not.
that,
I'm
but you
not
can.
worldwide.
It definitely serves as an example to many other aspiring streamers or small streamers, where it's just that if you keep working on it and you keep just working towards that goal, as long as you have that goal, you can make it happen. It's not impossible. These people aren't like gods or other beings. It's definitely possible to be able to meet and even collaborate with people you consider to be your idols. Another question I have for you would be, what do you think of the potential avenues this opens up? What do you think of the opportunities that could come up with the fact that you worked with Achievement Hunter, even just recently? Have you seen any examples of like new avenues that you could go down in terms of your future streaming or content creating career? Has there been any new developments in that, or any new opportunities that you see on the horizons? Like, what are your short-term goals, basically?
I mean,
Like,
for opportunities, there's definitely been a lot that's opened up.
mhm.
Mostly with them because uh, so the way that they worded it was in the beginning was if this does well, or in Jack's words, he said if this goes well, expect, in his words, a call, which we
Okay.
translate to expect a job.
Yeah,
And,
of course.
and after we got the message afterwards, he even told us saying that down the line we're going to be helping them a lot more, which could end up opening. I wouldn't say to me quitting Twitch, but to me backing away and end up working part time as a streamer and starting to work full time at
So,
just a behind the scenes like editor worker.
so your goals, just to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying and clarifying it. What you're saying is that your goal for right now, at least, is to be able to work behind the scenes with Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter and make content creation or streaming, at least, more of a part-time gig.
Yes, that's correct.
I mean, that is still an amazing opportunity, and the ability to work with people that you consider idols, I think, should be um, something that you always take over anything else, in terms of like you get to you have the opportunity to work not only with like Jack and Michael and people like that from Achievement Hunter, but you have that whole opportunity alone to get that job at Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter opens up so many doors for you, because they're such a huge content creating company, and there's so many different avenues you can explore, such as going into different animating jobs, content creating jobs, even like getting a potential spot in Achievement Hunter or one of Rooster Teeth's podcasts. There's so many things and opportunities that you can have just from getting a job for Rooster Teeth, and I think, shelving Twitch for that is definitely a smart idea, both from a financial and just like a lifestyle perspective. I think is a good idea. But
Yeah.
to sort of swivel around and stay on this sort of topic, we know your whole thing was, Rooster Teeth and Jack specifically encouraged you and inspired you to start streaming. But Sockquota, what about, do you have any certain like content creator that you sort of take as inspiration as to why you started streaming, or someone that sort of inspired you to start streaming or keep you going in terms of streaming?
Oh God. I gotta think way back, because like the first time I tried doing anything related to like uploading stuff online was back during the original Minecraft Golden Age, with
Mm-hmm.
like Sky Does Minecraft and like Ant Venom and all those
Yeah,
types of people.
Captain Sparkles, baby.
And Captain, of course, Captain
Can't
Sparkles. Are you
forget.
kidding me?
Can't forget the
Uh,
captain.
Captain Sparkles. God, I don't even like Bajan Canadian.
Toby Games,
Uh,
Tobuscus.
Tobuscus, of course, Tobuscus.
Markiplier?
Uh, kind of Markiplier.
I don't think he was
Kinda.
too much of a Minecraft player.
Yeah, he wasn't really on my radar too much. But maybe I should pull over and go to sleep. My character's getting tired. Anyway, Um,
Yeah, before you hit another car again.
I only hit one. Um, but that was like back when I had my first original YouTube channel where I played Minecraft and then tried playing other games, and I would straight up steal videos from like other people that I watched at the time. I would just like be like, "Oh, this is a good idea," and then I would just remake it, but it's me instead. Yeah, it was
I
like same
mean,
jokes and everything. It was so bad.
the joys of being a kid and not understanding how plagiarism works.
Yeah.
Um, are there any
But
more? I don't want to say current, but like let's go to the present day. So you have the back in the day, like Minecraft group when Minecraft was like you said at its golden age, on
hmm.
YouTube, that inspired you to sort of start all those years ago. But like, what about now? Like, are there any current or at least recent, in terms of recent years, streamers that you sort of look up to in a way, and you don't want to be them, but like you see them and you go, like, this is what I want my content to be like, or this is the type of person I want to be like, if that makes any
Hmm.
sense. Like any more modern inspirations that keep you streaming, or that you want to eventually, um not become, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say, sort of
Yeah,
like
no, absolutely.
modern inspiration.
Um, so I'm gonna go back a little bit again, and then I'll go with like my more present mindset.
Yeah, that's fine,
But
that's fine.
the like when I try and think about like who I started watching on Twitch, like first, and like really enjoyed watching and would watch as often as I could was Soda Poppin'.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I can't even remember how many years ago it was when my friend Chris introduced me to him, but that was like my first real like I like watching this person live stream. I'm gonna watch them live stream as much as I can. And then over time I eventually found like a lot of speedrunners ended up being on my radar. It stopped raining so long ago. I need to turn my windshield wipers off. Um so like a lot of speedrunners kind of followed on after that, but I didn't really like any of them in particular. I mostly just liked speedrunning as a concept, and less like I liked the speedruns more than the streamers essentially.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um but then I feel like now when I think about like, because I haven't watched Twitch as much in like recent years as I did when I was like in high school and stuff. In high school I watched Twitch like every day all the time. um but I feel like uh if I had to pick like a community type that I would enjoy making content for, would definitely be along the lines of Germa's community. Like
Uh-huh.
not necessarily make the same type of content, but have an audience like his. Oh Jesus. Um, because they're all really chill, and dude, let me over, bro, let me over.
For those who couldn't see, Sockquota got knocked off the road.
Oh,
I might have to
oh
switch over
Jesus
to
Christ.
doing
Oh
Sock's
Jesus.
screen share because that's sounding
It's
interesting over there.
it's really good. It's
All
really
right,
funny.
I recovered. Everything's fine. Sorry for screaming. The turn came up so much faster than I could have ever anticipated. And there was just, I had my blinker on, and the man was just not letting me in the lane.
He wasn't.
I had to take it by force.
But
But yeah, Germa's community is definitely like my ideal type. Um, but I also kind of like the streamers I mainly watch now would probably be Germa, Critical, and Soda Poppin' still.
okay.
Um, so any of those three are people who I would like to either like emulate in some way, just like emulate the type of community they have, or stuff like that. Not like try and be them, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
Uh
right.
for me, this is going to be a bit like how you did it. This is a bit of an anecdote through my past. And I think that's just because you and me, although we just recently started streaming again, both of us have the same experience of like many years ago, attempting to do some form of content creation back when like Let's Players and all that, when PewDiePie was hitting the scene and all that back in like 2013, 2014.
Mm.
I feel like you and me both went through the sort of the same uh, the path of multiple attempts at it. Um, with this, at least for me, at least this attempt being the most serious out of all of them, and the most
Mm.
driven to actually start streaming and come up with like my own ideas and things like that. But this starts
Mm.
back in fuck probably like I just said, like 13, 14, maybe even 15. And my inspiration back then was a lot like Brady's, actually. I watched a lot of Achievement Hunter, a lot of Rooster Teeth, and I was a huge fan of Ray, or he goes by Brown Man now, but I was a huge fan of him. He was the first streamer I watched after he left Achievement Hunter. I watched a lot of Brown Man, and I loved his like completionist, achievement guides, his really dry humor. I thought that was hysterical. And I started I started streaming Fortnite on Mixer with no chat, nothing, no voice chat. It was just me doing the battle pass challenges on Fortnite and doing streams for all of the weeks when the challenges came out. Like the week 1 challenges, I'd do a stream where I just did all of the challenges. So yeah, it was bless you. It was miserable.
Sorry.
More recently, I have so many different creators I would call inspirations. There's the Misfits, so like Fitz, Swagger Souls, John on the radio or Toby on the telly. I don't really remember which one he goes by. I think it's Toby now. What was it? I'm Notorious. All of those guys. I loved the dark humor, the sort of the stoner party lifestyle they sort of went by. There was also Raccoon Eggs, who I loved his really dark humor and commentary. And more recently, I've been getting really into Dr. K, who's I think the Healthy Gamer or something like that, and Jay Schlatt and Code Miko. With Code Miko and Dr. K being the more interview style type of podcast I've really enjoyed watching, and Jay Schlatt being just a being of chaos. Honestly, there's no real description to put him under, but I'd say, oh, and Critical, of course. But I'd say all of them. I think the benefits to having all of these different inspirations is that it sort of cumulates into something that is in its own way original, because there's so many little things that I like from all of these other streamers that I'd like to incorporate into my own character or my own online personality, that like it very easily and very quickly becomes its own original personality. Like I'm not trying to mimic anybody or anything like that. There's just a couple styles that I like and that I personally am like offline. Like I'd like to think that my comedy mirrors a lot of the streamers that I watch when I'm playing games with friends or something like that. So I just took all of these streamers and all of these content creators, and like for instance, like Critical, the thing I like about him is that he does anything. Like that I'd love to be able to just like, say, do I want to do this and make a video out of this? Of course. And for the future, not right now at least, Mr. Gigi is a huge inspiration for me wanting to do YouTube and music reviews on my channel on YouTube whenever that comes up and comes around. So he's probably out of everybody on that list, I'd say Mr. Gigi, Dr. K, and I'll say Raccoon Eggs are my 3 biggest inspirations. But I don't think there's any way to measure which one's bigger. I'd say Mr. Gigi is the biggest out of all of them, but they're all pretty massive inspirations to me, and pushing me to keep streaming and eventually hopefully build up a sort of career. And if I can build a career out of it, I'll have them to thank, of course.
Right. How much is that? Ooh.
But I'm trying to think of another question here. Do you have anything to ask Newts or Sockquota? Or any other random conversation topic that you would like to bring up?
Off the top of my head, not What I can think of.
Yeah, I don't know. Right now. My brain is trying to pick the best job next because I just finished the one I started before, so I'm picking a new one. All right, I'm picking this one. If you're gonna hop into my thing, now's the time.
Alrighty, hang on. Let me change the display capture real quick. So we have a bit of a break in the conversation here. It gives us time to figure out what
Yeah.
exactly we're
Ooh,
going to talk about next.
This is a different truck.
What's you transporting this time?
What am I transporting this time? Oh, it's the same thing. It's still farm equipment,
Okay, we'll do that to Discord.
but I have a new truck. It's brown on the inside. Oh, it's kind of nice. It's kind of a bougie truck.
A bougie truck.
I like my mirrors. I got a good wide angle view of my opponents.
Honestly, this is probably better. Okay, hang on.
It's also really funny to watch.
You can hear the game, right? Like when I've been driving.
I had the game audio turned down because I have my PC volume the max. I can hear everything, and that game was loud. Then again, that was also at full volume.
Okay.
Once this starts working, Windows graphics capture. Hang on, I'm trying to.
You're good. I'm chilling. I'm just spinning the wheel.
Right now, I'm just trying to fix the.
I mean, take your time. Gives us some more time to think.
Yeah, while I'm doing this, you two think of some questions. Okay, found it. We're good. Okay.
Oh, dude, that's not enough time.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm trying to think.
I have questions.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you ask him. I got.
Oh, it's nothing crazy. Are we good for me to start driving?
Yep.
All right. We're going to Plymouth, by the way. So, if you like pilgrims, this is the place. All right. Let's. Oh Jesus. Hold on. My brain. I gotta figure out how the hell to get out of this place first.
I don't think that's how the truck should be working.
No, that's how trucks work. All right. I gotta.
Understandable.
I gotta do a little bit of a sharp U-turn here. Oh jeez.
All right.
So, how are you getting out?
Oh, I'll get out. Don't worry. I have a plan.
You look like me trying to play Farming Simulator, by the way.
There we go. Okay. I just had to do some tweaking on my end here.
You're fine. Oh jeez, what have I done to myself?
Luca's.
Can I just like restart this job, please?
Like,
Oh, I have a delivery pending. Oh, can I restart? All right, I'm backing up.
Can I restart?
Hold on. Oh. If I just force it, it'll work. It just.
Gonna.
It's not gonna happen.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
back up a tiny bit, and then.
I'm kind of stuck here. Hold on. Okay, wait, this is good. This is actually good.
We're all in suspense before we ask questions.
Yeah, we're all
Trailer
waiting.
damage.
We're just watching Sockquota try to get out.
Hold on.
Please tell me you're about to smack into a car.
Whoa. All right, we're getting out of here. There we go, easy peasy. All
I
right.
don't think that was easy peasy.
I maneuvered like a god, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So my first question was gonna go to Brady.
All right.
Ask away.
Yeah.
You gotta bring up the OnlyFans again.
No. I was gonna ask who, the most who of Achievement Hunter has had like the most profound impact on you?
Like,
I
kind of like
can
an inspiration.
Yeah, I just turned my car off.
Oh shit. It used to be a certain someone, but I'm not gonna go into detail about him anymore.
Got it.
Due
Message
to-
received about that one.
No. There's others. It's just he was the biggest one until a certain thing happened. But I'm kind of on the same bit with Al. How Brown Man, he was a big one.
I always forget
Brown
that he
Man.
was an Achievement Hunter. He's been on his own for so long now.
Yeah,
It's
he left
almost been 8 years.
he left a good minute ago.
But out of like, it would have to be Jack.
Mm.
With he got me into doing a lot of charity, and just watching him like do it just gave me like inspiration as of like I can do this.
Yeah. And look at what you have done.
Yeah,
This
got to meet the man himself.
big man.
Big
He
man.
is big.
Would you say that to
Jesus
his face?
Dude, he's like,
Bro, you're so much bigger in person.
he's like 6 foot.
Oh, you mean tall?
Yeah, nice back
Yeah.
pedal there.
Yeah.
I didn't mean like that.
Hi, future employer. Did you know you are fat?
No, I didn't.
Did you know that you are obtuse?
You know, if he watches this, I'm gonna have some explaining to do.
Man, if you were an angle, you would be over the 90-degree mark, if you get what I mean.
Okay, but yeah, it would be Jack would be the main one, and then I think behind him would be Jeff because of how
Mhm.
mostly with him it's more of a personal issue with how he's had his demons
Yeah.
and he has
Is Jeff
fought.
a part of Achievement Hunter?
Yes and no.
I think Jeff has taken
he
a more
still-
ownership
He still
role.
works. He still works with them, but he has dropped down to do behind the scenes because of what's been happening to him over the past like 2 years.
Right. Okay. I remember reading a post that he put on Reddit, and I couldn't remember if it was about
was,
him leaving or if he was just
no,
going
it was,
behind the scenes.
With what happened with, I think, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it was with what happened to a certain someone.
Yeah.
He got blamed of doing the same thing, but he said that him and Griffin just had a divorce. One close family member died due to COVID.
Yeah.
It was awful.
I am
But I mean-
completely out of the loop. This is my first time hearing like all of this. I only
Yeah,
know of
so,
like the big Rooster Teeth things.
Yeah,
like
so,
I don't know
like,
anything that happened with Jeff.
As soon as word's been around with him, Trevor, Jeremy, and Jeff got attacked, all being fake. And Jeff took it the hardest because of the fact that like he's well known in the community, and he immediately like came forward and said like this is not true.
Okay.
But he has shown me a lot that like he's had some demons, for example, like alcohol.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
get more into that, but he has shown me that you can conquer what has been haunting you.
Yeah, Jeff
Mhm.
is a very. I always loved watching Jeff on Achievement Hunter. I
Yeah.
did love him a lot. He was like a. It's so weird to say this, but like he was such a father figure in early Achievement Hunter. At least when I
Mhm.
watched it, he was the leader. He was the person that kept everybody together, not together, but he was the one that kept everybody sort of behaved when there was Achievement Hunter things. You know, he's the one that he was the enforcer of a lot of the games. He was the host of a lot of their shows, and he did a lot of work to keep things well put together. And it feels like a lot of the time that Achievement Hunter now wouldn't. I mean, it doesn't feel like it. This is a fact, but like Achievement Hunter now wouldn't be where it is without Jeff. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think from watching the content, he's a very. It always feels weird to say this about content creators, but it felt like a huge father figure for a lot of people watching early Achievement Hunter and early YouTube. because that was the sort of energy he gave off, and I think that a lot of people look up to him as inspiration because of this sort of figure that he built around himself. And as like you mentioned, he had his problems, and he still has his problems personally, and he's a standing testament to the fact that your problems aren't the end of the world. You can
Yeah,
conquer them. You
he's
can
pretty
keep
much
moving
shown
forward.
he has pretty much shown that you do not want to let your demons take control of you. You want to kick their ass back.
He
And
definitely
just
is.
don't stop. They will go away, and you will come back stronger.
He's definitely a pillar of determination, and also just a true born leader. So I can definitely see why Jeff would be
Yeah.
anyone's inspiration. I mean, I didn't mention him, but I think the entire original Achievement Hunter team, like from like right after Ray left, because that's not when I stopped watching, but like I started getting into Twitch and watching other YouTubers and things like that. But that whole team, I think every one of them stood as an inspiration to some regard. So I can definitely see why Jeff would be up there for sure.
Yeah, but those three would be it for me.
Okay.
Did you have another question, Sock?
You said you had a couple.
Yeah, you said
I
the
don't know.
first question. That's why I was looping back to you.
Yeah. I mean, they're not really related. I was just thinking about like random oddball questions.
Well, I mean,
That's perfectly fine.
That's kind of what I'm trying to do.
Just anything that starts a conversation, and I mean, once one goes stale, just pop a new one in there.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just gonna ask about like music and just like
I mean, go for it.
how that. I don't know. It's just like, how's that going for you? If you're still working with that at all, Brady?
Oh yeah,
no. Wait, that's to me. Wait a minute. I thought that was gonna be to Al.
we'll loop around. We'll start
I mean,
with
it's
you. You're the
both of
guest.
them.
So,
You're the guest.
what do you mean, like, with how the music's going?
Well,
How's it going?
okay. I'll build off of
Like,
Luca.
because I don't make music.
I'll build off of Luca. So, recently, and over the past couple months, I would say you've been doing a couple things with music, right? You've been doing covers, you've been playing shit on piano, original
yes.
writings. I think the question being posed is like what is your mindset with music content right now?
Oh.
What do you plan on doing, if anything, that involves music? Are you planning on some covers,
okay.
original things? Like, what's next in your musical journey?
I do know that sometime, I have no clue when, but I was in the works of a full-on Hamilton cover.
Okay.
Where I had two of them. I was going to pick some of the ones I like doing and just record it, and then I was going to grab other people and record the whole album.
Okay.
So from start to finish, and
So
haven't really picked that off because of some copyright issues.
So, question with that, to build out the Hamilton thing, would this be people in character doing the album, or would this be like a Hamilton mixtape situation where people just cover songs that they liked off of the musical and put their own spins on it?
It would probably I could do both, because one I wanted to do one where I'd get the same people and they've played one character.
Yeah. Okay.
But like,
okay.
obviously, if like how in the musical it would have been the same. If you were Jefferson, you were Lafayette. If you couldn't do that, then you could pick the other one, obviously.
Yeah.
But then I wanted to do I would have picked one character, and anyone else could have been whoever they wanted. And then if they wanted to do another song, they could pick another character.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. It was just that wasn't a question based off of any preference from mine. It was just more like what you were planning on in that regard, or what you had envisioned for that project. Other than Hamilton, is there anything else you are possibly working on or planning on working on in the future, even like anything else?
I've been wanting to make some of my own just original with the piano.
Okay.
That's slowly coming along, and I do know, and I've been asked about this personally about rapping, because that's normally what I do on YouTube randomly, and I mean, That's something I'm looking into. I don't really know when I'm doing anything with that.
Yeah. No, these are
Because,
just ideas.
oh yeah, because it's the same thing. Copyright right now.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, copyright is going to be an issue regardless of
Yeah.
what you do.
I already got blocked in Sweden twice.
Damn Swedes.
The first two I did, Sweden did not like it, and I didn't get copyright strike, but the video got blocked.
Hmm.
So, poor Felix.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that's about it for music.
you're planning on doing something with Hamilton, and you're not too sure how you're going to do that yet.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I just wanted to check out the other camera options I had. This one's a little difficult to play on.
It's cinematic.
Oh, jeez.
You got
Caught lacking in 4K, bro.
Oh, 13% damage.
So you're
Oh
planning
my
on,
God.
Sorry.
in some regard, doing something with Hamilton that you're not too sure about yet, but you know you want to do something with it. And you are exploring the potential avenue of doing rap, and as well as experimenting with original music on the piano.
Yes, that's correct.
All right, so you got a couple plans there for doing shit with music. A lot of ideas there brewing in your head.
I want to ask the same thing to Sock over there, because I know from what I've heard, you've been like making some sort of
Some fire beats.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't call them that. They're not fire. They're
Okay,
like
to be fair, I have heard one of them.
they're like Zippo lighters.
I have heard one of them, and I mean,
You heard one of them.
it's extremely impressive.
Which one was it? The what
You showed me it. I don't know what it was.
was it? A couple months ago?
I think this was like this was this or last month. The last time we were on the phone.
Okay, yeah, that
That's
was
when
the
you showed me it.
that was
I
the
think this
the
month.
Keshi type beat, I think,
Yeah.
that you made. We are so this it's kind of funny because Sock and I are sort of intertwined in this question. So with what we've been doing, I am suffering from horrible writer's block right now, so nothing's really coming out of it. But Sockquota is making some fire beats.
Oh, stop.
He's making instrumentals. And while we have one instrumental we're sitting on, I'm trying to come up with a melody and lyrics. And I have a melody, but the lyrics just keep fucking escaping me. I'm not having an easy time with that at the moment. But I have a bunch of ideas for music and no idea on how to actually execute them. There's me and Luca working on this project. I'd like to do covers as well of different music, and while I'm sort of thinking of two different avenues in which just like a completely faithful just cover to post on YouTube, or a more original rendition, sort of taking the original song and breaking down the basic melody and things like that and recreating it to fit a new genre or a new type of beat or anything like that, and doing a cover like that where it's more of a remix cover. There was that, and also I have a project that I'm working on with Tommy, who's an old friend from back home for the people watching the stream.
That's something I forgot to bring up too.
And I have plans with Tommy to do something. I don't know what it is yet. He called me a couple days ago and said, when you get home, we have to make a pop punk album. So I guess I'm making a pop punk album over the summer.
That was something I forgot to bring up, because I think this was last year. He wanted me to record some sort of piano beat for him. And I have yes, and he's been texting me on Snap recently. Then again, I don't use Snap, so I really haven't opened it. I have no clue what he wants.
He's been getting really excited about music since I've been preparing to go home. He
I think
wants to do a lot of shit.
Recently he asked about Red Dead, and then I think he was trying to get in contact about
Of
music.
course, he just asked about Red Dead. He was just talking to
He
me
was just
about it.
doing that last night.
He was just telling me to get Red Dead.
He texted me today. He was like, "You got Red Dead?" I said, I was like, "I'm working on a video," and this was the age video. And he goes, "Download Red Dead." I'm like, "I'm working." Download Red Dead. I can't. I'm working. If not about music, I'm going to like.
I'm planning on getting Red Dead 2 at one point. It's just expensive.
I would say do it. I haven't beaten it really. I've played a tiny bit of it.
Well,
Yeah, it's worth it.
I think it'd be fun to play. I just don't have the money.
Red Dead 2 is really fun, but the online is not worth it at all.
The online with randoms is awful. That's like a quick warning.
Yeah, I mean, if I got it, I would want to play online with Tommy.
I mean, I'm also here. I haven't played it online. I know online has a separate story.
Is it crossplay? Because you can get Red Dead Online for like way cheaper. You can get it for like either $5 or $15, but it's only the online.
Yeah, but I'd end up getting the whole version because my mentality on it is that first of all, I was talking about Red Dead 2 with Tommy a couple days ago because I was thinking about playing through the story. I didn't know there was Red Dead Online because I haven't done anything with Red Dead 2. So I didn't know there was an online version. And then he started talking about online. So if I were to get Red Dead 2, I would get the whole package because I'd still want to play through the single player campaign on stream. And then after doing that, or while doing that, playing online preferably with Tommy and a group of people that also play Red Dead.
Fun fact, you know a person from Achievement Hunter is actually in Red Dead?
No, I did not.
I don't know exactly when. It's not a main spoiler at all.
Jesus.
You good?
He's driving on the median.
It's a little Easter egg, but I guess when you have to go pay off something, the man himself, Mr. Jeff Ramsey, is there.
You know what? I'm not surprised that it's Jeff.
Jeff's a huge fan of Red Dead.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And, because Ray ended up finding out during something, because he scared the living hell out of Jeff, and Ray was just shouting at him like, "You're my boss. Why are you scared of me?" As he was cowering behind a counter or something. It was pretty funny.
But yeah, no, I do plan on at one point getting Red Dead 2. It's just I don't have the money for it. But
yeah, it's $60.
But in terms of looping back to music, I have so many plans. I just don't know what exactly I'm going to go through with. I think what I'd really like to do is the cover thing because at the moment my main thing is just I like singing. And I'm really struggling in the writing part of it, so I'd like to be lazy and just cover other people's music.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to make with that. My goal isn't to make money, especially if I upload those covers onto YouTube. If I'm doing a cover, it's just because I really like the song, you know.
Yeah.
And I just want to sing it, and I want to upload it mostly because of validation, and I don't like one thing that's really keeping me from doing original stuff is that I still do not like my voice. And I mean, that is something I'm slowly coming to terms with. But I think covers are a bit safer in my mind because I don't have to worry about making the melody. I just have to follow it. And if people start liking my voice, then I can grow more confident in making my own melodies. But mostly I think my biggest problem with music is just the anxieties and the insecurities, which hopefully streaming can help me diminish those because all streaming is my voice in front of a video, and most of it's a video game or something like this. So I'd really like to explore the avenues of doing cover music whenever I can, afford like a better microphone or something like that, and hopefully start, doing like building blocks that build up to original music while I am attempting to write this song that me and Sockquota are sitting on, because I really like the instrumental for that song. I'm struggling with writing.
I don't blame you.
And it's just when I'm working on those melodies and I'm like humming them back to myself or trying to put words to them, like that's another thing. The insecurities come back because I don't like the sound of my voice. So when I'm humming a melody or something to myself, I immediately think it's dog shit because it's my voice that's making the melody. If that makes any sense.
Mm.
So it's like there's a lot of more personal issues with music that I'd like to get over, and eventually I will get over them because I'm gonna keep working on it. I'm not just going to throw in the towel and say I don't like my voice, I'm gonna stop. Especially when I have a bunch of people telling me that they like my voice. So it's like, that sort of inner struggle. But
It'll be much easier when we have our own place and we can just kind of like
it's
jam out or do whatever without needing to worry about anyone except the people we're living with. And honestly, they can just,
it'll be so
shove.
much easier because I think that's my biggest problem here is how thin the walls are in the dorm that I'm living in right now. And if we manage to get this place next semester, you, me, Becca, and Max, I think not only will that be better in terms of being able to be more free with the sort of musical expression, but also one thing I'm really excited for in terms of living with Max is that he's a hype man. He's a huge hype man. Like I just remember anytime I think about singing and not liking my voice, I always go back to a very certain moment where I was in the car with Max for whatever reason, and Stranger Things by Joyner Lucas came on, and I sang along to it because I liked the song. And Max the whole time was bopping in the driver's seat with me, and he was like turning down the song because he liked my voice and shit like that. And I was like, that's the sort of aggressive positivity I like to surround myself with. So I think living with Max will be a huge benefit to music and doing shit with music because he'd be just a forever hype man.
All right, I'm gonna try and do the complicated parking job.
One question I have for Newts actually, and we're going to sort of build off of the sort of artistic conversation we're having. You do a lot of stuff, or did, I don't know if you still do or not, but you do a lot of art stuff, like like drawing. How's that going for you? And what are your plans for that? Like that avenue?
I still do art, but I've cut back since again with a lot of stuff that's been going on with me personally, and this whole week has been busy as hell. I've been cutting back on art, but I mean I'm not stopping. But going forward, I've been making more. I'm trying to think, like more experimenting with art. Like I've moved up from just normally streaming with a mousing pad to going on my phone and trying out some bigger art projects to like thumbnails.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not really planning on stopping. I mean, I'm planning on slowing the hell down because I have a lot to work on. But I'm not fully. I'm sorry, I'm laughing too hard because I'm watching. Park.
It's so hard. It's so my engine's malfunctioning.
But I'm not really
taking this question. Sorry for interrupting. Taking this question a bit further. Let's do a bit of a perspective thing. Let's say a year from now, right?
Yeah.
What with art? What do you hope to have achieved? Sort of. Is there like a skill that you're working on? Is there an overall goal, like an artistic style you want to work towards, or is there anything in particular in the long run that you would like to do specifically with art and drawing? Like, is there anything in particular you are working towards as a goal, or is this just, you just really like drawing and you're exploring every possible avenue you can and, doing what you think sticks best? Like, what is the process going into this? Like,
I mean, there's a couple, like, one of the big ones for drawing is, a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of my drawings are going to be turned into animation once I get better at it.
Okay.
So, heads towards some of my more bigger drawings, which is more on my phone, which is Among Us, because they're, from what I heard, they're a lot easier to animate. So definitely, a lot of the drawings I'm going to be animating. And I mean, the more drawing experience I have, the more I can do a lot of other stuff I work on. So from thumbnails to making art. I'm gonna back out this like video before I use it. But making like also Twitch overlays, or just making random fan art, because that's also sadly that's inspired me to start making drawings of Minecraft, which was probably the worst thing I could have done.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
that takes so long. I'm scared to hop back in the stream and see if he's still alive.
I'll let you know when he's done parking.
Oh God, I'm stuck.
Okay, now I need to see.
Backpedaling a little bit.
Let's talk about backpedaling one more time. See what happens.
You
So,
said
Luca, how do you like backpedaling?
you said you wanna eventually go into animation. Are there any certain animators that you look up to, or animation styles that you would like to one day be able to replicate? Like
Oh god.
in terms of animation, to let me break it down a little bit more. So like in terms of animation, like are you trying to, if there's a goal behind it, like are you looking at like a Ruby, like to link it in with like Rooster Teeth, like a Ruby sort of 3D like the mocap suit animation? Are you gonna go like hand drawn animation? Are you gonna go for like Meat Canyon with his crazily uncomfortable animation style? Like, is there any animator or animation that you are sort of looking at and saying, I want to do something like this in the long run?
There's a couple. You brought up Ruby, which was one that I have actually doubted myself doing, because I know the stories, how tough it is.
Yeah.
But that's one I definitely want to look into. But like some more simpler ones that kind of got me into wanting to do it is they're kind of related to Rooster Teeth. One of the big ones was being from Screw Attack, their Death Battle series.
Death Battles, yeah, those are classic.
It is, well, now it's highly HD, but like when you go back to the beginning, it's more simple. Just here's some pixels on a screen.
Yeah, it was
We
you know,
can
it's
make
like
them move and fight. Now
it's like an
it's
RPG Maker fight almost.
and that like got me into a lot of the art I do now, which I give them for it. I still love how they do it, but I think what would be the
I'm done parking, by the way.
yeah, oh yeah, I see that. The biggest might be some sort of Team 4-star style, like how they make
so
how they make
abridged,
their DBZ abridged, or
so like parody
I'll say-
animations.
yeah, so pretty much like in the style of like with animation kit, like I'll do it. I'd love to do anything, but they're the three that get me.
So you have a very, very open mind about you're exploring the avenues. You have three major things to look at and say, I'd like to do this, but in general you're very open about animation and what you would like to achieve out of it. So there's a lot of avenues you'd like to go down.
Yeah.
Well, a quick question, kind of unrelated, but that's fine. We've talked about, your music, we've talked about your art, your streaming, your future. In terms of career, we've talked a lot about your career, but what does Newt's Gaming do off camera? What do you do when you're not thinking about making content? Like, what is your typical day off, your relaxation? What do you do?
So kind of like day in the life, but off camera.
Yeah, what do you do for fun and not for the sake of making content?
It would most likely depend on the day, because normally on my schedule, like I've gotten busy, so my streams are really wonky now. But like, if it's like a Monday, I'll have class, but I'll normally like do probably like a short stream, like pretty much giving an update on what's going on the week, and I'll do a Minecraft Monday. But if it's like a Friday, I would not. Like if I don't stream, I'll go for a jog, probably cook something up, and then I love to sit down in my free time and play a lot of open world or RPG. So I normally play, but I play a lot of Kingdom Hearts. I've gotten into Final Fantasy, and I've recently, because I was planning on doing this on stream, I'm not sure, but I've gotten back into Fallout.
Okay, well, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, you heard it here first. Off camera, Newt's Gaming is still a certified gamer.
Not fully, not really. That's like when I can. If not, I'm just watching YouTube and
So,
hurting
okay,
myself with a moonball.
to rephrase it a little bit then, what is your ideal relaxation? You know, you don't have anything to worry about, no work to do, no schoolwork, nothing. What do
I
you
would just-
do for fun, or what would you like
It
to
would-
do for fun? Let me put it that way.
Well, if what would I like to do?
With a
Get rid
day
of the
off,
ga-
no
I would love to
responsibilities.
just get rid of technology. Do whatever. Like, hell, take yoga. Actually, no, I've already had to do some yoga. I'm not doing them again.
So
You
sort
yoga
of
stream?
No, I'm not
Is that
doing
yoga stream
yoga.
confirmed?
hot tub
No,
stream,
no.
hot tub stream.
Hot tub stream?
I mean, if
Hot tub stream in
if you get-
Tuxedo?
yeah, I'll do a hot tub stream if I have. I'll do what Achievement Hunter is doing. I'll do a hot tub like podcast stream.
So Newt's Gaming, what's it like being the first ever male e-girl?
Hot tub yoga stream?
But
You guys need to- but if you get rid of the games, normally I'm more of a nerd, so I'll read.
so okay,
I'll go
so
outside.
you know, day
you-
off would be like, you know, technology free reading.
Yeah,
Sort
it
of.
would just depend. Like if I didn't play games like that much that week, and it's like Wednesday or Sunday, I'm normally like, okay, let's relax, let's play Kingdom Hearts, let's play some Stardew, or hop
Okay.
on the VR. If not, it's mostly like, let's put on like a podcast and.
Yeah, it just depends on the vibe. So if you
Oh,
had a
yeah.
very technology heavy, I'd imagine this past week, what the fuck is happening?
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
What did you do?
Oh, how did that even happen?
that
I
is
looked up and you were
unfortunate.
driving in a straight line. I looked back down, looked back up, and you're like this.
Oh God! Oh,
Look at the damage
Oh,
ranking.
I
up
think I need to
so-
get towed.
I think so.
Oh,
too.
Hold on, I'm trying to drive forward here. If I just excuse me, everyone. Oh Jesus!
You're holding up what is happening?
Oh yeah, it's broken.
Oh jeez.
We can tell.
Really? You guys are trying to drive past me right now?
Oh, God.
Oh Jesus!
Oh man.
Oh
Well,
my God! I am
Stop!
dying.
They're honking at me. It's
While-
not my fault, bro. I'm in half.
while Sockquota is trying to
Okay.
rebuild his truck,
I gotta get towed.
let's take these past 2 weeks into consideration, right? You've been very busy on content creation. You know, you've been doing a fuck ton of Minecraft to do this for, first of all, for Extra Life, and then
And
beyond
for
that doing shit for Achievement Hunter. So if you had tomorrow, right, nothing to worry about, no stream, nothing with Achievement Hunter, nothing with school, nothing, you have a complete day off, no responsibilities tomorrow, what would you do? Taking these past couple weeks where you were very game centric, what would you do tomorrow
mean-
if you didn't have to do anything else?
So since I wouldn't have to worry about a stream, I would sleep in because I started streaming early now.
Yeah.
What's the problem? I like sleeping. I'd probably like just take the day, go outside. I'll end the day with like a nice trip to the VR. So I'll just relax on
Okay.
I'll relax on some VR chat, meet some people.
All right, so like sleep in, you know, go
yeah.
outside for a bit during
But,
the day, enjoy it, and then to wind down, you'll get on some VR.
I'll get on some VR, or I'd probably hop on. I would probably hop on Minecraft and like brainstorm because a lot of the time when I'm free, I'm on a game and
Yeah.
I'm brainstorming. What am I going to do? Because this is the next thing.
Well, it goes to show that every day is a vacation when you're doing what you love. I mean,
Yeah, pretty
if,
much until
if you had a day
it's-
off and you would choose or prefer to do what you have a day off from, I would say you're in a really good position in life.
Yeah, because
I mean-
most of my days off, it's mostly like, all right, I can either think of what to do for my next stream and just relax on games, or go outside and enjoy it. Unless it's winter, then it's just I'm staying inside.
Yeah.
I'm not going outside.
That good old Pennsylvania weather, right?
Oh, it's awful. Dude,
Okay.
It snowed like 2 days ago.
Is this truck kind of pog?
Well,
I gotta buy a truck.
Off topic, yeah, that truck is kind of pog.
bouncing the question over to Sockquota. Same question. If you had a day where you had no responsibilities, what would you do as like a day off, as a vacation? What would be your game plan to do in your like just shit to do in your free time, basically?
Honestly, I don't know. Probably like, oh, that's kind of cool. Probably just like play a game. That's what I usually do if I don't have anything. I just like sit down and chill. Like just earlier today, I was just playing Devil May Cry, just because I had nothing going on today, and you know, maybe hop on Final Fantasy 14 for a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Yeah, it's understandable. Just more casual gaming.
Playing Final Fantasy 14 without me.
A lot of, I mean, you two know this, but for the people that have been watching my streams and all that shit, and the people watching now, might not know this, but I am a huge history fan. And ideally, on a day off where I don't have to worry about streaming or I don't have to worry about doing anything else, what I would typically do is I would honestly study history, which is probably the nerdiest thing that was said out of the three answers, where I would pick to study on my day off. But I would pick some random topic in history that typically deals with the occult or religion, and I'll read up on it. Like I think right now I am currently reading a book on esoteric teachings throughout the ages. That's a massive fucking book that's all about mystery schools, in which mystery schools are the term given to like very like secret societies, basically, like a very easy explanation would be like Freemasonry or the Illuminati, and how that started, and more ancient versions of it, like the Illuminati, a lot of people might not know, is primarily a scientists against religion sort of thing, in which the Illuminati was a secret society formed based off of being able to practice science under behind the backs of the very Christian governments at the time, or very just religious governments in general. And that book is just very it covers more than Freemasonry and Illuminati, of course. It's very ancient, and it goes all the way back to like Mesopotamia, and just works its way forward through what the secret teachings were, what the quote-unquote true meanings of certain ancient religions meant, and things like that. I find all of that very interesting. So typically on my day off, I would end up reading up on ancient religions or religious history, or overall just strange occultic practices and things like that. I think are all really interesting. So if I had a day off, I'd probably sit down with some music and just crack through some of those books and read up on them, and probably just see if I can learn more. You know, that's always I'm always trying to learn more, and I think history is just my favorite topic to learn. And I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out of history to learn. I'll probably move on to something boring like science.
Okay,
You seem like a guy that would move on to math.
That would be what? That would move on to math? Fuck that. I major in math, or I major in engineering, but that's basically math with extra steps.
True.
I don't want to
numbers.
I don't want to study math on my off time. No, I think after history, and even during, honestly, my favorite thing to do, honestly, is read. and typically read older literature, um, or just more obscure fiction and things like that. Like I'm trying to think of a topic. I think for a while I was on a kick where I read a genre known as splattergore or splatterpunk. My bad. And splatterpunk is just like, let's say you take like a Saw movie, or if you want to go darker, movies like a Serbian film, and you make them books. I read a lot of those last year, and I was really interested in that topic and that subject. I've been reading a lot of steampunk recently as well, and I've been really into steampunk literature. So I think in general, reading, whether it be studying history or just reading something random, would be my day off. So yeah, I'm exposing myself as a massive fucking nerd.
Yeah, that's kind of the nerdiest shit you could say all at once, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry that what I like to
It's
do when I'm not
understandable.
streaming video games is playing video games.
Yeah, it's like we both go video games. Al's over here being like, "Yeah, I read," and I study. I mean, I do the same thing because I do like history.
Well, I mean, like, if there was other things I would do, like, I feel like this is kind of cheating in a way. But another thing I tend to do on like when I don't have anything else to do is watch movies. But the reason I think that's kind of cheating is because eventually I want that to be my career, or what I
Yeah.
do for content is reviewing movies. So I feel like it's a bit of a cop out to say, well, I like to watch movies because I'm watching movies with the intent to not with the intent to make content off them. I watch them because I genuinely enjoy watching movies and analyzing them. But the main reason I've been watching movies recently is because I wanna review them, which I don't. There's nothing wrong with that. I just feel like it's a cop out to say that's what I do on my day off, when technically speaking, eventually, hopefully, it's not going to be my day off. That's what I do. But I mean, the same case can be made for books and shit like that, because while I'm not reading with the intent to make content off of them, I do intend at one point to have a more in-depth video series that explains, genres that explore video games, literature, and film, and while also probably talking about like book lists and shit like that and all that good shit. But I'm not too worried about that right now because I'm more focused on movies in terms of content creation. But yeah, I'd say books, movies, even reading poetry, honestly. I also tend to not often, very rarely, I can write poetry or do photography. I'm a very expressive person, I think, and I love all forms of art. So typically
You're
on my
a
day
right
off,
brain thinker.
yes, I am. But typically on my day off, I like to explore all these different artistic avenues: movies, books, poetry, music, visual arts, all that crazy shit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
What about Newts? Do you have anything to bring up? Anything? Not even a question. Do you have anything you'd want to talk about? Any
God,
question for a specific person? Anything like that at all?
I had a question and we went off on on the history. I lost it.
On
Get
history?
a hot dog, a taco.
No. The question wasn't on history. It was I lost it as we were talking history.
Gotcha.
God, I wouldn't bring up a question about history because then I'd go on and on for a while. And I'm not gonna do that.
Honestly, I could go
I got
on and
none.
on about history, man. You ask me any question, I'll
Yeah.
probably have an answer for it. I'd love to
easily-
talk.
I
I love
easily
talking
can.
about it. I absolutely
Sock
adore
would-
talking about history.
Sock would just be over there wanting it to end.
No,
He's
I know a thing or two about history.
he's also used to me going on my spiels by now. I can't tell you how
Yeah.
many times we've casually mentioned something historic, and then I went on like a 10-minute tangent talking about it in like full detail. I think it's just one of my quirks that everybody accepts by now, is that if we talk about
Yeah,
something historic, I'll probably dive into it a little too long.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the question was. God damn it.
It doesn't have to be a
Alright.
question. It can also be a conversation topic or anything like that that you feel like talking about, because I want this to be more of like a... I know me and Sock have been rapid fire throwing questions at you, so I wanted to sort of give you the opportunity to say your own piece, bring something up
Well, I
to
mean,
us that you'd want
well,
to
I mean,
talk about?
like
Or...
like I said, that's fine. Like, it does not. I'm not one of those like a person or a guest that'd be like, you guys are like asking me this, and so get to like. I don't care. It's like if you got a lot and you shoot them, I'll do the best to answer them. Like, it will not bother me.
Well, at the moment, I'm sort of running out of it's very difficult because like while I like asking these questions and things like that, it's very difficult to come up with questions because we, or at least I know a lot about you. So it's
You know a lot about me, but however, you didn't know a lot more about what I do.
That's exactly it. Like, so I have a couple questions I can ask, or that I've asked, but there's only a few questions because there's not a lot I don't know. So I'm trying to ask questions I don't know.
Well, the same with you as well. And
that's why I'm bringing up like just conversation topics, like opinions on this or whatever. I'm currently out of steam.
Yeah,
So
I'm trying to
bringing the playing field down.
Skills. No, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna suggest potentially after the trip I'm on, bringing it to a close.
Yeah,
right. It's been an hour and 20 minutes, so it'd be a good ending point.
Yeah, a decent pilot run.
Yeah.
At that point, then, instead of bringing up questions or conversation topics to loop around, how about the first thing, Newt's? How about some closing thoughts? Any like final comments you want to make, either based off of like the ideas for future podcasts? So like feedback for us, if you have anything you'd want to say to the stream or to the eventual YouTube video that's going to be coming out, hopefully.
There's a couple of things I can say. Like, none of them are bad, but being with like how this podcast is, I've tried to start my own, but you guys have gotten farther than me already, by the way, because I haven't been able to actually record and upload one.
We went into this with absolutely no planning.
Oh yeah,
like, yeah. I mean, this is very spur of the moment. I'm surprised we actually went through with it.
It was better than what we were gonna do on my channel, when we went in with nothing, and then it got corrupted.
Well, I'd like to. I really like this type of content. I think like making it. Like I really like sitting down and just talking to somebody.
Yeah, but
so I'm probably going to be doing this a lot more often with different people. Probably with people that I personally don't know too much of. I would like to get whether like doing my own show or keeping on with Luca. It depends on how the two of us feel about it.
Yeah.
I would like to get the people in our streaming community that we've done things with. I'd like to get them on and talk to them more about things.
I'm also always around if there's ever a guest. Like, even if you know me, like I can always find an area to squeeze it in.
Of course.
And hop in and be like, yeah, I'm back. But I mean, like, the podcast, it was really fun. It did remind me of a similar idea I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was mine was literally rapid questions with one person.
Yeah.
Then again, that hasn't started yet because he's been busy. So you beat me to it.
For the future, I'd like to, like I said, this was very spur of the moment. I'd probably like to pick out who the guest is first. And then after confirming who it is, probably like just spending like a day or two to come up with questions, and then letting the podcast flow from there.
I can easily get some people from Team Jack, because I mean a lot of them are smaller content creators.
Honestly,
they'd probably be down.
If you want to level that, go ahead, because I would very much, and this is why I said either like just me or with Luca. I didn't mean that in the sense that like I want to go off on my own. I meant that in the sense that like I have actually surprisingly really enjoyed. This is probably the most fun I've had doing a stream, other than like the Among Us or the big group streams we've done. I really enjoy these sort of sit down and talk streams, and I'd probably like to do this a lot more often.
Try to make it like a week or like once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Probably more often than that, if I'm being honest. That's what I mean. Like I'd like my stream to be more of a vibe out, sit down, talk, some lo-fi music in the background. which is what I meant by doing it on my own or with Luca, because I don't want talking to you, Sock. I don't want to pressure you into having to do this every single time and things like that.
Again, I'm always here. This is something that I also like to do.
I'd probably develop my own sort of shtick, and I'd still do this with you if you'd want me to, of course. But I'd like to probably shift my stream onto being a more casual talking with gaming on the side. Like I still have plans to like, let me reiterate, I still have plans to play Skyrim, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and all that other shit, but I'd like to explore more with this talk show thing, because I really liked, I don't know what it is, but I really liked interviewing. Like I liked asking all of these questions, and honestly, like I knew the answer to most of these questions I asked you, but I just wanted to see if I could be a decent like interviewee, I guess.
Yeah, and you did like very well.
So
like,
I think
you kept twisting and turning, bringing up other topics, which was very interesting.
I'm a very avid podcast listener. I've been practicing. I have not been practicing. I just watch a lot of podcasts.
But you did also mention if there was something I wanted to say to the YouTube.
Yeah.
And mostly this goes out to anyone who's listening.
Give yourself a plug.
No, God, no. I do not give myself plugs.
Come on, self-plug. Okay, real quick, let us all follow Newt's Gaming without the G on Twitch. He uploads without the G at the end. Without the G at the end. So
you know people are now going to type in Newt's Gaming without the G.
Newt's aiming. If you like this dashing lad that we have had on our show, on our pilot episode today, follow him at Twitch at Newt's Gamin, NOOTSGAMIN. I almost forgot how to spell. No spaces, no capitals. You'll know it's him when you see I think it's Pengu as the profile picture, or what's the profile picture now?
It's the one that Shauna made.
All right, you know what? For YouTube, right here, we're gonna pop up his socials as a link on screen. This is a cue for me when I'm suffering later in editing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pop that up there, and all that shit you were up. We're probably going to.
Why did it sound like you wrote a radio for a second there? What happened?
We're going to pop. Also, let me ask you that this part's not gonna go on YouTube, but I do have a question. For you, Newts. While during the earlier in the podcast, you were talking about your art, and I wanted to make sure it was okay before I went through this. On the YouTube video, would it be all right if I popped up some of your art while you're talking about it?
Alan, your mic is popping super bad.
Your mic kept doing something like this. So you and then you going.
Is this better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, sorry about that.
Anything that I talked about, like if you have if you want to use anything that I've done, so like for example, if you wanted to bring up like a little thing from the builds I've done on my Twitch, I mean you can. If you want to do the art, you can. Like I'm fine.
Yeah, I just wanted that permission to be allowed to showcase your work.
If you got clips or art, I'm fine.
Yeah. I just wanted to be able to showcase some of the stuff that you were talking about on the YouTube video, so they could have a little bit more context. So shit, what was I? I was getting ready to say something. Oh no.
Oh my god! I clipped the curb.
I was gonna say, for the thing on YouTube, that's mostly good up to people out there. Again, I've brought this up before earlier when I talked about how like people fight their own demons and never give up. I mean, that's something that, like, no matter who you are, a child, adult, grandparent, if you're somehow listening in the heavens or somehow listening down the pits.
If you're up in heaven or if you're down in hell, just keep on pushing.
Can we scratch that remark?
Yeah, well, let's sorry. But anyway,
I'm putting that one in, bro.
No matter what, don't give up. Always do what you want to do. Do not listen to whatever trying not to drop the F-bomb there. Don't listen to whatever the hell anyone tells you can't do. If you want to, I almost said something else worse. If you want to grow up and be a baseball player, don't let your parents tell you you can't do so. If you want to grow up and be some sort of if you want to go and be some bad truck driver like this dude is, you can grow up and be a bad truck driver just like him. Never give up.
Chase your dreams, kids. Chase your
Or
dreams.
chase your dreams, or you'll end up like this on the probably on the screen if it's
Chase your dreams, or you will be in an overturned truck like a beached whale. This is what happens when you don't chase your dreams, kids.
This is what happens when you
Gotta turn on the hazards.
I
Hold on.
lost what I was saying there, but pretty much why are you still pretty much just don't give up, or again as a simile or a nudge tip, you'll end up like a truck on the side of the road, flipped over
Like a beached whale.
and crying for help.
Oh,
All right, we got that from Newts. Sockquota, do you have any closing comments while you're struggling with your truck?
help me! Just get me out of here.
All right. Well, we are approaching an hour and 40 minutes. We're at an hour and 33 right now.
Yeah,
I don't think this trip is ending anytime soon with these technical
I
difficulties.
also scored.
There we go.
Trip ended.
Well, this has been the first episode of Road Trip Radio. A bit chaotic, a little bit unprepared, a little bit messy, but that's fine because that's the point of it.
A bit chaotic.
It's just an adventure. So
On the
our
side
guest
of-
today has been Newts Gaiman. A very amazing guest, I should say. A very interesting talk to have. A very promising up and comer in the streaming industry, I should say.
Absolutely.
I have been out on my
I would
dude.
say otherwise. I don't think I'm upcoming.
You're up
but
and coming, bro.
You're up and coming.
I have a feeling that I'm just gonna be where I am. But then again, it doesn't bother me.
But in closing, I've been out on my dude with.
It's gaming. Oh wait.
That was your cue, Luca.
Hey, I buffered.
stole
I
it.
was buffering. I
He
was
was
checking myself
buffering.
out my webcam. Yeah. I'm Luca. I don't care.
I'm Luca and I'm still
All
on the side of the
right.
road.
Thank you for watching Road Trip Radio, and I'll see you next time for our next adventure with our next guests. Thanks for watching.